Welcome to Bar Cart Bookshelf, a video series about books and the drinks they inspire. My name is Elias, and today we're looking at Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. Mexican Gothic is the story of Noemi Taboada, a Mexico City socialite who travels to attend to her cousin, Catalina, who's recently married into a family of English expats, the Doyles, owners of a now-defunct silver mine in the mountains of Mexico. And when Noemi arrives at the Doyle estate, she finds a crumbling mansion surrounded by mist and a chilly, inhospitable welcome from the austere Doyles, led by their eugenicist patriarch Howard. The Doyles are one of the absolute highlights of this novel, just for their nastiness. And seeing Noemi, this really bright and charismatic and compelling young person, struggle against the rigidity and the cruelty and the coldness of the Doyles is one of my favorite things about the novel. As Noemi spends more and more time at the Doyle estate, she comes to realize that everything is not well, not only with her cousin Catalina, who was recently taken ill, but with the Doyle family itself, and even with the house. And this sort of begins with this specter that she starts to see out of the corner of her eye, a figure, humanoid figure, a woman of golden dust. And so it's that figure and Noemi's own characteristics as a protagonist that I have keyed into for mixing this week's drink that we'll turn to now. So let's look at our drink, Ruthless Gold, a stirred cocktail for Noemi Taboada and Mexican Gothic. Now we're going to start with our base spirit, and one of the things about the novel that's a lot of fun is this sense of mycelium, of fungus, of mushrooms, and their sort of umami, their reach. And rather than using some sort of actual mushroom product in our drink, which would be a little too savory, a little too progressive for most palates, including my own, what we're going to do is bring an ingredient with a touch of that brininess, a touch of savor, but still a lot of fun to work with and still really accessible. A wonderful choice for fall and for spooky season. It's Amontillado sherry. So I've got 1.5 ounces of that. Also got the sort of lingering effects of Spanish colonialism that appears at a few places in the novel that can't be ignored. And the sherry is a wonderful ingredient too. It represents some of those ideas. So we've got our 1.5 ounces of sherry, and then we're going to sweeten that up a bit, bringing still the gold, but softening things and adding a bit more depth of flavor as well. We've got 3/4 of an ounce of apricot liqueur. Get that in there. Wonderful, wonderful. And then one of the recurring motifs throughout the novel is this contrast between the Doyles and Noemi. The Doyles being English drink tea, and a tea particularly of their own making, whereas Noemi prefers coffee, and she prefers her coffee black. So we're going to get 3/4 of an ounce of black coffee in there. When you're making coffee in the morning, just make a little extra, and then you'll be ready for cocktail hour. So we've got our coffee. There we've got our 3 principal ingredients in there. Of course, we always add our ice last. Got some large ice cubes that you would ordinarily use for serving, but that also work really well for stirred cocktails because they're going to do that nice slow dilution. So we'll get just 2 of those guys in there and get our spoon and start to stir. And you're going to stir for about 20 seconds here just to let those ingredients marry and blend. Noemi is such a charming and charismatic protagonist. She's a real light. She knows how to turn it on and uses her charm and charisma in really effective ways that I enjoyed as a reader. I think you all will as well. Just give that a nice good stir until we've got a bit of dilution in there. Just softened, married, added a bit of water so that it's more approachable. And we'll take our julep strainer right here. Always use that for our stirred cocktails. Get that in the mixing glass. Whoop, and strain into our coupe. Got a large coupe this week. There we go. Wonderful. And now you'll notice that there is still a bit of space in the glass. We have the option to add a little something extra, and of course, when we have that option, we're going to take that option. Noemi, as I said, is a socialite. She likes to attend parties when she's in Mexico City at home, and one of the things that she misses at the Doyle estate at High Place is conversation, sparkling wit, and so to get that party atmosphere and that bit of joie de vivre, woo! We've got a bit of sparkling wine. And it's got a lot of joie de vivre today. Popped right on off there. Now you can use any sparkling wine that you like, a champagne, a prosecco. I am using a cava, a Spanish sparkling wine, again to sort of bring to mind some of those lingering effects of Spanish culture there. And we're just going to get a bit of that there, just to top it. Beautiful. Get a little bit of those bubbles, and voila. There you have it. Ruthless Gold, now our complete stirred party cocktail for Noemi Taboada and Mexican Gothic. Try the drink. Let me know what you think. Remember to like and subscribe. Got a link to a written version of the recipe in the description down below. And until next time, cheers. Ooh, that's a good one.